I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Marky.
And Salty.
We're about to do some
Deftones.
Deftones. Band we've never done before. But
I'm sure you've heard them before.
yeah, this is from the White Pony record.
Oh.
I don't think I've seen Deftones live. No, it's the only band like during that era that I didn't see live.
Oh, really?
This record is a classic record.
Is it now?
Yeah, it's girlfriend music.
Oh, like
Yeah.
good, or are we talking about Walk With Me in Hell?
No. This, well, it's yeah. Well, no, it's good. It's very girlfriendish. They did the album release at Virgin Records in New York, Manhattan.
Yeah.
And we all cut school to see them.
Really?
Yeah. It was a pretty
Can't
cool
blame you
moment.
guys.
It's a cool moment. And this record was playing, and then Chino, the singer, like he was hugging his girl and all this, and he was getting all smoochy with her in the record store. And
Really?
yeah. But it was like, you'll see once you hear this is like such a huge record. I mean,
Really? So this song is going to be lovey?
I think so. It's a lovely song.
Oh, okay.
It's a lovely song. It'll
It'll what?
yeah. It's a good song. It's a good song. And
What are we waiting for? Oh, wait, we got to introduce Mark.
It's a double whammy because we got MJK and we got Chino. Which Chino's voice is interesting, and of course MJK's voice is insane. So, pretty excited for you to hear the song.
I am too.
So shout out to the big homie. We're looking at Where in the World is the Village. This is the big homie Mark rocking his Sori Secret shirt. It is
Where's
not,
he from? Did he say?
It's not just a girl's shirt, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Look at this.
He said he goes, you can say whatever. I'm from the exotic land of Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts? Wow, you're not that far.
Not that far.
Not that far.
Yeah. So you can see that he's thrilled to have a Sori Secret shirt. Did we sign his shirt? Do you remember?
I don't remember if he asked for his sign.
Yeah,
You
I
can't see the bottom there.
I don't think
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, smart man for you. And then right after this, we're going to be working on we're going to work for about an hour and a half and fucking publish that song. Sorry. So we've got an exclusive. That's going to be up on the Patreon, and we'll hopefully the patrons say that we should announce it to the general population. If it sucks really bad, then we'll just ditch it in the archives. Seriously. All right, let's do it.
Like it.
Deftones
Please.
Passenger. I don't know.
You're good.
Deftones
Ready?
Passenger. Let's do it.
Go. what is this that's still playing? Is this like...
Yeah, it's just atmospheric stuff.
Well, it's a very good song. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. Should have showed me this song.
Hey. You're ridiculous.
I'm just saying you should have shown me this song before. That's all.
Fall. Fall. Yeah, people always like have these memes about like being married and shit. Being married is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's an awesome life. Okay. So, what'd you think of the song?
I thought it was great. I thought it was very practical. Some things just made sense.
You're ridiculous.
What?
You should never ever join any organization like FBI, CIA. Forget it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I always said I would never play poker.
Get us all killed.
Yeah, I
National
would.
security.
I
Like, I'm an American!
and I'm spying on you! This whole thing's a cover, and he's a spy too.
Alright. Okay. So, here we are. So, what'd you think of the song?
I liked it. I
stop
liked
being a
I'm
juvenile
sorry! Just...
Tell the nice people what you thought of the
I liked
song.
it. I thought that the song was very
music.
good. The music was good. The voices are good. The whole thing was very good. And I wanted to close my eyes and just enjoy it, but I wanted to keep my eyes open and see what the lyrics were gonna say. So.
Yeah, this is actually my introduction to Maynard as a vocalist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you played this song before?
I've played it in the car. Like,
Yeah, like I had no clue what the song was about. I just remember randomly hearing some of the parts of it, but I didn't know what it was about, and I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
Although, had I known, I may have listened a bit better.
so yeah.
Although you were probably just listening to it because you like the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really like dug into the. I'm amazed at like considering how lyrical I am. I think back then, Korn and Slipknot were the only bands I really paid attention to the lyrics to. The other one was just like how it sounded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, roll these windows down the. I didn't understand like.
Why?
I'd never heard a vocalist like Maynard before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's good. No doubt about it. No two ways about it.
Like that whole like. You know, I'd never heard it. I mean, I was listening to Korn and Slipknot. You know,
Right.
I mean, Corey can get melodic, but
Not
this
like
is like
this. This is
power.
another level.
He's powerful.
Yeah.
When he does that shit, you know, like
I'd
so.
agree.
So, I had never heard it before, so I was listening to this record like straight through. I remember buying the White Pony CD, and like. This was a record, like every single song, I loved it. And this song, it was a summer, pretty sure it was the summer of 2000. And I used to go to summer school. And so from like where I was in the projects to the bus, it would get me to song 10. And this, I'm pretty sure, was song 9.
Oh.
8 or 9. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had it down to a science, and I just listened to this record like straight through, like every day.
And
I
you
just
didn't
love
know
this
what
record.
it was singing about?
No, but I just.
Oh, interesting.
And I was just like, whoever this Maynard person is, I'm like, he's a bad motherfucker.
So you didn't know he was connected to?
I didn't know he was connected to Tool at all.
there
All
any-
it said was Maynard James Keenan.
Wow.
How was I supposed to know he was in Tool?
Oh, interesting.
And it's literally like not till now that I realized, oh shit, that was really my first Maynard song. Like I didn't even put it together. Yeah. But of course, you know, it's a Deftones song, but I just feel like Maynard's so fucking powerful that you kind of just like.
I mean, I have never heard Deftones, so I don't know. To me, it's just.
Well, I mean,
I
Chino
didn't
Moreno.
even hear Chino in there. The only third.
Yeah, you did.
The only thing
I lay.
I just heard Maynard.
Just like always.
Yeah, I'd have to hear it again.
Okay, so here I lay still and breathless, just like always. Still I want some more. Mirrors sideways, who cares what's behind? Just like always, still your passenger. You know what's interesting? They've got a song called Be Quiet and Drive. I'm pretty sure it's on their first record.
Deftones does?
Deftones.
Yeah.
So they've got a song called Be Quiet and Drive, which we'll probably do next week.
Okay.
We probably should have done Be Quiet and Drive first.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, like, so it's this theme of like driving away with somebody that you love and they take you to someplace else or whatever. But so like the car theme is really interesting with the Deftones because like that's like a theme of theirs, like being in a car and being with somebody that you love and going somewhere else.
You're like that. Like you love like taking drives, just the two of us.
I love the drives, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really care about the drives.
No, I like the drives, but no, that's not true. I just like walking because I think it has to do with like accomplishment for me. Like we can have that awesome conversation, but my legs are still moving. But when we're driving in the car, I'm sitting there. If I'm driving, I feel a little bit differently.
You can't just be. You gotta accomplish something.
It's true. It's so true.
Unreal.
I had 10 minutes. I'm like, kids, pack up. We're going to the water. I could have taken that 10 minutes and just existed in the moment.
Yeah.
No, let's go, kids.
Yeah, but I love driving.
You do.
I love driving and talking. That's my favorite thing to do.
You are so content when that's going on.
Oh, yeah. That makes me very happy.
Yep.
But because we're not now I figured out why you don't do it a lot. It's because we're not accomplishing anything. Oh, that's good.
No. I'm not
being with somebody that you love is not an accomplishment.
Stop it. No, that is. But I like being with you and walking at the same time.
Right.
Do you realize?
You like to kill two birds with one stone.
I do, guys. I've probably gained like 50 pounds just doing this YouTube channel. So it's nice to feel a little lighter.
You've also gained 50 friends.
It's true.
It's worth it. Pound a friend.
And I'm with a Jamaican man, so it's gonna be okay. But still.
No, didn't you hear Hamedi? He said you had to go to gym.
Oh yeah, I heard him.
Yo, he got slaughtered for that.
I know. I felt bad for him.
He got slaughtered.
I know. I did feel bad for him.
Yeah, he's trying to look out for you. He's like, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about
You're
that.
getting your adja for that, my friend.
Yeah, maybe it'll probably end up saving my life. I've been taking more walks since I got that message.
I said, what's up, man? Salam alaikum or something. He's like, I'm not a Muslim and I'm not your brother. Like, shit.
Wait a minute. Maybe he was being mean when he said it.
No, he wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, I just assume if somebody's nice, they're a Muslim. Remember that dude we're sitting down, the old guy, he came up to me, the next door neighbor?
Yes.
And, and I was like, Salam alaikum. And he was like, oh,
yeah.
No, little kafir.
Yeah, he was nice. He was nice too. He kept that big smile.
Oh, they're the nicest people on the earth.
You live here?
You live here? I live here? I know, that's why you're going into the house.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were breaking and entering, Mr. Man. Yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, I love driving.
You love driving. I do like driving with you. I don't like driving any other time. The only time that I've ever liked it is when I'm driving with you. But I still prefer walking with you. We're driving. I can have a preference.
You do. You have a preference, and we end up doing your preference 95% of the time.
True.
With everything.
That's true.
All right, so yeah, I think it's a very interesting, aside from the subject matter of the song, I do think it's like it's a growth of theirs. Just him as a writer of the concept, like I said, like I've got Be Quiet and Drive in my head. Although Be Quiet and Drive is closer to my heart than this song. I think you'll like this song more than Be Quiet and Drive.
Really? Why?
I just think you will. All right, let's keep going.
I see why you said we should have started with the other one. Because then I would have appreciated the other one more, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Chrome buttons, buckles, and leather surfaces. These and other lucky witnesses. That's a good line.
Why?
Well, because he's personifying them as,
Onlookers?
As onlookers, yeah.
Kind of weird.
Why? What do you mean?
Onlookers to what, Dan?
Well, obviously it's two lovers in a car, and
that's why I'd be like, well,
shit's going down.
Yeah.
But it
reminded me of how when they say these walls have secrets. That whole idea.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, really?
No. I've
Yeah,
heard
like-
the walls have ears. I haven't heard the walls have secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure you got the quote
Well,
proper?
no, it might be that these walls have ears, but maybe I just thought of it in my own head as these walls have secrets. I've always thought that when I went in places, I'm always like, there's so many secrets these walls could tell us, but they can't tell us. So here.
I think that's only you.
What?
Well, it's a cool way of saying we're alone,
Yeah.
right? The chrome buttons, buckles, and leather surfaces. These and other lucky witness. Like, it's a cool way of saying that they're alone in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know, if those are the witnesses, then they're alone. There's no other sentient beings around.
Yep.
Now to calm me, take me around again.
So he just wants her to drive, or she wants him to drive, or I'm not really sure who's.
Well, yeah, you don't really know. You know.
I mean, it's a male singing, so I'm assuming.
Well, it has to be a male singing because it's the Deftones, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the person being personified in the song is a female.
Well.
Roll the windows down this cool night.
I feel like this song is just really obvious what we're talking about. I'm just not sure it needs a breakdown.
No,
Because I'm not good at poker.
What? I don't think it needs to be broken down per se. However, the concept, like, let the whole world look in. Who cares who sees anything?
Yeah.
Like, see, I care.
I hit a point where I don't.
I understand. I know that. But
It's not like I'm like, hey, go drive into the light. But I just hit a point where I'm like, I don't care.
yeah, that's an interesting, like, thought process for me. Like, how could you not care about that?
There's just a desire that's so much greater. And you know what it is? Like, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm in, like, this bubble with you. And even if somebody comes by, I don't feel like they can actually see me, I think.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm there with you, and I literally could care less about everything else in the entire world. It's just us and our energy. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and the "I'm your passenger" I think is a very instructive line. You know, like the interplay between, you know, in relationships and
that's how it's like, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes one person's driving and then the other person's driving, like, and it doesn't necessarily, it just means like how everything's going. Like, sometimes you just sit back and you're the passenger and you just like let them take you for a ride, or you know, and vice versa.
There's a real practical side to me that says this is really fucking dangerous.
Because they're literally driving and they want them to drive
Because
faster.
you're driving like 70 miles an hour.
Can you imagine people doing stuff like that while they're driving?
But that takes a lot of it takes a lot of trust.
Why are you laughing, Vin?
I'm just saying it takes a lot of trust for.
You shouldn't join the FBI or anything like that.
I'm trying to analyze this song.
Yeah, but I've never seen you smile so much in a song. This is very insightful.
Unhanded.
No, I agree with you because literally I wouldn't be a driver. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I'd crash the friggin' car.
You would. You'd get us all. You'd get us killed.
AAA won't be here for 45 minutes, so no, but yeah, it is dangerous. And it makes you wonder, like, how many times are you like driving and shit's going down beside you and you're like, I'm gonna make it to my destination, and you really don't know, like, how far has the other person gone in the vehicle beside you or behind you or in front of you. What?
Just don't pull over this time, would you? Yeah, I think beside the obvious, though, it could also be about just relationships in general. And, like, being taken somewhere in a relationship where you're usually afraid to go, but this time you don't. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying, you know, don't pull over, drive faster. So it's like, you know, a lot of times, like, yeah, I get, like, there's an obvious, you know, okay, this is what's happening in the song. But there are, you know, places in a relationship or places in a person's heart where you're, like, very guarded, or like, oh, you know how people say you're moving too fast, slow down in the relationship, that type of thing. And, like, I just drove you to the thing and said, hey, guess what, we're getting married. And you're like, sure.
You didn't say, guess what, we're getting married. You asked me.
No, I didn't. You said, are you... Oh, no, what you said was, are you marrying me?
Yeah, I said, because you have to ask me. You can't just assume.
Yeah.
And then you...
I thought that was silly.
Why?
I can't just assume.
You can't just assume. I know it seemed obvious to you. What if I would have changed my mind?
That's true. I was thinking that. I was like, I felt like, the closer and closer I got, I was like, yeah. And I was like, this could get really awkward. You could be like, you're misinterpreting this whole thing. I was like, well, shucks. Ha! April Fools!
I didn't want to marry you anyway.
I should have waited.
People make those reactions.
Yeah, I should have waited till April 1st. And then, I would have had it an out. An out. I could have been like, ha!
You're not like that.
No. But yeah, it's like, oh, you're going too fast and whatever. And, who determines what too fast is in a relationship? Like, how long should it be before you...
It depends on the person. Because there's some people that you're like, I would never, even if we were on this earth for 1,000,000 trillion years, I would never want to be in a relationship with you. But then there's other people where things move faster.
Well, no, I'm not talking about somebody you would never be in a relationship.
Okay, even if it's somebody that you would maybe be interested in, there are certain people.
Because I know there's been people that you're like, if he was the last human being on the planet, that would be the end of our species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you don't believe that?
Oh no, I believe it wholeheartedly.
I'm like, you're out of your friggin' mind.
I believe it wholeheartedly. I believe it. You would, it would be the end of fucking humanity.
It would. And I don't care how many people were crying and saying we should, it doesn't matter.
Okay, babe. We get the point.
Does not matter.
We get the point. But like a lot of people are like...
No, but I'm saying
they have these, oh, that's too quick, or
yes.
Slow down, or what does that mean?
It just means, I'm not sure if I'm as committed to this as you are, so you need to chill until I can figure that out.
Yeah, but people always want to tell people to slow down in relationships and take their time. And I don't understand the point of that.
What do you mean? You don't
People say it all the time, I'll slow down, blah, blah, blah. Like, why?
Because I don't know if I want to go this far with you.
No, I'm saying if me and you are like, and you're like, oh, I don't, that's too fast or whatever,
but
then
we're married?
that makes sense. No. Oh
you are so confusing.
That's because you have your mind on one thing and you can't readjust.
No, I wasn't thinking about that.
What I'm saying is that generally speaking,
yeah?
in relationships, when people fall very much in love with each other,
yeah,
and they start moving too fast, people outside the relationship always say you're moving too fast, slow down, blah blah blah.
Well, that's just I just think that's because people outside the relationship are not inside the relationship, so they're not in love in the situation, and so they're looking and they're saying these people barely know each other. There was things that when I first was about to get married, that there were people that were saying, you're going too fast, you should slow down, you need to think some things through, and they specifically said certain things that were a problem, but I was like, no, that only made me want to go even further because I'm so sick of people telling me what to do. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? They were saying slow down, but
you were... there was shit that you saw yourself.
Yeah.
That was problematic that you overlooked. So it had nothing to do with the speed. It just had to do with the fact that you deluded yourself.
No, I'm saying that they were saying that because of the speed. It was going way too fast, they thought. And they thought if I slowed down, then I would have a chance to say, wait a minute.
But you already saw...
You're right, I was already seeing.
But you already saw the craziness from that guy.
You're right.
So, that's the thing. It's I don't know,
Well, maybe it's because everybody walks around with the thought to say that, maybe because I've said it, I was like, I had no idea, Vin, I had no idea. And you're like, you didn't have no idea. Friggin', you wrote it in your journal. And I'm like...
It's in your journal before you married the dude.
Right. Why did I let you read that again?
I was like, what the fuck?
No. So maybe, but maybe...
like some damsel in distress.
Yeah.
You knew what it was about.
Stop it.
No, you just knew what it was about with the guy.
Seriously, maybe that's what happens. Maybe we tell ourselves that because we don't want to admit that we walked into something like wide-eyed. So maybe we'd like to be like, I had no idea. I just had no
Yeah.
idea. So maybe everybody's walking around doing that. So maybe everybody's saying, well, slow down so you'll have an idea.
Well, slowing down doesn't do anything. Like, you still see it.
Yes, but I'm saying that maybe people don't want to admit that they're seeing it, and nobody's admitting that they saw it.
You know what's crazy to me is
What?
like I'm not even talking about like relationships that end bad. I'm talking about the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah,
when
I know.
People like fall in love,
I know what you're
like
talking
people
about.
like, oh, it takes your time. It's like fucking arranged marriages have been going on for like for millennia,
Yeah.
and they work out fine. A lot of them.
Well, I always
These
wondered.
people never met each other before, and boom, here you go, make it work.
I wondered though if that's because, like, when Americans or whatever walk into a relationship, they're looking for love and happiness a lot of times and security. So when all of a sudden you find out that person's a failure, you're a failure, things start not working out, then you don't have it. Because a lot of people say, I just wasn't happy anymore. I just didn't love them anymore, stuff like that. But an arranged marriage,
People need to
you
take
walk
walks.
into it, they do. Oh, not drive?
And well, I mean, walks are the only thing I'm going to be able to get. from-
Stop, honey. He took a drive like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like to go ahead.
what?
I like to take drives where we talk to each other.
We did talk.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Way too much information. These poor people.
So, the...
Couldn't have been a worse choice of a song.
I
Go
know,
ahead.
I'm so surprised that you put this on. Anyway, what was I saying? We were talking about the...
Arranged
But
marriages.
the arranged marriage,
Yeah.
you walk into it knowing, you're like, I don't love the person. I friggin' don't even know them. I don't know if I'm gonna be happy with them. I'm gonna be happy. You probably just figure, I'm just gonna be a happy person. And if they're whatever, like, you're gonna be your own person. You're not, like, putting all of this, like, all this, you might think security, though, because probably your parents picked them because they were a secure person. And then you go with it. And then, you know what? You probably end up finding out that, that's not bad. I love this person. Although I don't think my family would have picked you, sadly.
I'm pretty certain they would.
Your mom wouldn't have picked me either because I'm white. So let's not kid ourselves.
I think if my mom would have got to know you, she would have picked you.
She wouldn't have given me a chance.
She would have given you a chance. Seriously, she would have. If you were really, really the other way, she wouldn't have given you a chance.
What do you mean the other way?
We'll talk about that later. She was like Marcus Garvey to a point.
Oh.
There's a lot of Irish in her blood, in the Jamaican side. So, anyway, she was a colorist. Let me say it that way. And you would have been the lesser of two evils.
Oh. I see.
But hey, that's mom. It's all good. I'll talk about my mama.
Oh.
Okay, so there you go. Relationships.
Yep.
Don't. That's the advice. Is don't slow. I mean, I just don't understand. We need to slow down. Like, I feel like instead of saying we need to slow down, you just say like I don't love you like that. Cause you know me, like I'm not very big on euphemisms. I'm like, what does slow down mean?
Yeah. But you just now
Slow
you
down
just
means
switched.
I don't love you like that.
You
That's
just
what that
switched. You just said people on the outside are saying you should slow down. Now you're saying that within the relationship somebody's saying to slow down.
Well,
That's different.
People can walk and chew gum at the same time. I could talk about like multiple things.
Yeah, but when we were first originally talking about it, I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
because I was trying to get that initial point out
I
there,
see.
like
Okay.
the whole concept of like. Remember we did that thought experiment where it's like, okay, I met you for the first time, and I'm like, okay, boom, let's get married. Mm-hmm. And then you were all like,
oh yeah, I was like, what? I don't even know you.
They would have ended up the exact same way.
Yeah, it's just that's scary as hell.
But
Plus, I was racist at the time, so I was afraid of black
yeah,
men.
that's all right. You're still afraid of black men. What are you talking about? You're still racist.
More afraid
as
of
hell.
white men, the way they're blowing everything up all over the place. What?
That's true.
I'm like, seriously?
We go to a movie theater.
Okay.
I always look for the guy like, okay,
I
where's...
know. Seriously, think about it. Like, I know that... Now, this is going to be very political. I know that there's been a lot of terrorism coming from the Muslim side, and there's been a lot of terrorism, or whatever you want to call it, coming from white males, but I don't really see black men. Seems like you guys are just...
We're too busy shooting each other up in
That's what
Chicago.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one dude at my high school, Truman High School, white dude. Everybody left him alone. Nobody was shooting at him. Nobody was cutting him. He was good. Although he got pulled over one time at the security checkpoint at the,
Yeah.
AKA the door, because he was carrying a weapon.
He was.
We're like, what are you carrying a weapon for, man?
He's like, just in case all you guys get bored of going after each other.
He was scared to death.
No, I'm serious though.
Oh no, I agree. Like when we go to movie theaters, it's like a packed theater. I'm always looking for like the dude by himself. Make sure our OPSEC's on point. That's gonna be the guy. All right. How did we get from that song to that subject?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I think like obviously there's obvious stuff there, but there's like risk. There's like who cares who sees what's at night. It's like what are other people gonna say? Like
I liked that it was just chill too.
Yeah. There's like a chill and
Yeah, but I felt like
kind of matches.
You know how like some people are so like with their sex, maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe with their sexuality, they're like so focused on getting to some end goal and feeling some certain thing that they're just this is a drive. This is talking about a drive.
Right.
So it's supposed to be there's a journey involved and there's an experience involved in that, and so I think that I liked that and the calm sounds of it where it seemed like, yeah, like obviously there's some highs, of course, but there should also be like, let's just journey together and stuff. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Very important, I think, with male-female sexuality. So.
Yeah. And then he I do like that line though, who cares who sees what tonight? Who cares who sees what tonight? Like, reaching that point in your relationship where you just, I don't care what you think or what you say or whatever.
What everybody else says.
Yeah, well, not you, obviously. I don't care what you think.
Clarify.
But, like, what other people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, like, so many relationships are, like, stymied because people are so worried about other people's opinions. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, I had to learn that
cares?
early in our relationship.
Yeah, who cares?
So many opinions. So many thoughts.
Who cares? Yeah. The same people that be like, you'd be such a cute couple. Oh, my God, they got married. Huh? You're a fucking weirdo.
Oh my God, they got that was hilarious. You know what? I'm sorry. You guys I had the best angle because you were looking at me when you said it.
People are weird, man.
You're like kind of.
I don't understand people. And that's because I don't try. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are the people that you're worried about their opinion? Get out of here. I don't care about them. All right. But I do, I think that a lot of, like the Romeo and Juliet type thing, like people have their opinions about who's, like in any time like a famous person hooks up with another famous person, people always have opinions and like, if you're the type of person that like hasn't hit that point where you just say who cares, like that could really, fuck with your relationship and it would. I don't think those I mean, they possibly could. I don't see them ending significant relationships, but I do see like not being able to fully express like the freedom of being in.
Of course,
and
yeah.
enjoying the happiness of being.
Of
in
course,
a
of course.
So I think there's lessons to be learned from that too. Like, the act that's being portrayed here is I do think, though, metaphorically speaking, though, you got to get to that point where you're so in love with the person that you don't care what people are gonna say. So what do you give the song?
Oh, 10. Obviously, it's a 10.
I didn't know I asked the question. 8.5.
How can you give it an 8.5?
Well, it's not the first time I've heard the song. I mean, like I said, I used to listen to the song every single day, so it doesn't really hit me in the way that it hits you, and I, we just have different inclinations. I knew this was gonna get a 10 from you. Like halfway down, I said, "Oh shit."
Obviously.
Obviously.
I just saw that the musicianship and the
Right.
vocals.
Yeah. The
topic
musicianship,
was
though,
good too.
On a serious note, the musicianship was on point. I don't know if you guys are hip hop fans, but there's this guy named Timbaland, and he invented, like, he basically created a type of beat, like that kind of, and like they converted that into.
Oh, really?
Into guitar, yeah. This is like a Timbaland beat.
Is he the creator of Boots?
Go look up.
What?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I didn't know because I saw
his name is Tim.
Yeah.
And he gave himself the nickname Timbaland.
Oh, okay.
Like Vincent, like that.
All right, I get it. I just remember like my dad always used those for work, and then like I went to New York and saw like people rocking them like a style.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
very, very
what
stylish.
is this? It was
Wu-Tang
so
Clan.
bizarre to me. So then I just thought, I wonder if there's any connection with that.
Yeah.
So it's not that weird. You looked at me like it was like an insane question.
All right. 10 for
Whatever.
Sori.
10.
8.5 for Vin.
Fucking 10.
Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.